right. So yeah, we are LLM Student Resources, and we were challenged to create a specific chatbot or multimodal chatbot for educational purposes. Specifically, a lot of districts and schools have blocked a lot of the current chatbots within the industry, including ChatGPT, 11 Labs, and so on. And so what we want to go ahead and do is that we want to provide students the opportunity to learn using AI, but do it in an appropriate manner, which furthers their learning. And so yeah, my name is Asad. I'll say each person's name and they all kind of mute themselves and say hi. So we have Aviv,
Hi, I'm Aviv.
and we have Zia Akmal. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's here right now. And then we have Jackson Peruz.
Hello, I'm Jackson Prius.
All right.
So, what our project was basically we were supposed to create this resource for students to be able to interact with these different AI chatbots without being like blocked by school restrictions on websites like OpenAI or 11 Labs, as Assad said. So what we wanted to do is we tried to provide students with the tools to help them learn and develop skills of like managing these bots, like trying out prompt engineering and things like that, learning like integrations with like Python and things like that for like ChatGPT. And so what we did is we basically used OpenAI's, their ChatGPT models and their DALL-E 3 models in order to generate text and images on our website. And this allows users to interact and see how these bots behave in response to different prompts. And we also integrated 11 Labs API in as well to generate text from or to generate audio files from text. So this would basically be able to give students who have spent most of their time at school like more of a chance to learn these resources and have them better prepared for AI camp and have more students ready for AI internship and things like that.
As we mentioned on the last page, we use DALL-E 3 for the image generation in our project. We use 11 Labs for the text to speech, and we use OpenAI GPT 3.5 for the text generation. The other programs we used for this were React for the front end development, and we used Flash for the back end, connecting back end with the React. And then for collaboration and our final deployment, we used Git.
Okay,
Hello?
so we will go ahead and show a quick demo of our product.
Where is the Golden Gate Bridge?
And yeah, so we also implemented a very simple login authentication feature because we want to make sure that no one is going ahead and creating like their own script to spam our API keys and make sure they're in a they're being used in appropriate manners.
So at the beginning of this, most of us had never used React or even developed the front end. The only person who actually had developed like front end before with React was Jackson. And so when we were trying to actually like develop the front end, that was a new learning experience for most of us. And learning these integration tools between like back end, front end, and also learning like the API references for most of these chatbots, like the DALL-E API references, the ChatGPT API references, and lastly the 11 Lab references was all part of our learning journey and understanding like how these bots work and also making sure that we understood how to make like a fully fleshed out web application.
Yeah, so Jackson, if you want to take this, you can go ahead and take this slide.
Yeah. We had some strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for our project throughout our whole development, I guess I'd say. However many weeks that was again. For our strength, we were well versed in front end development. We had a good exposure to online chatbots, and online chatbots that were prevalent in the industry today. The weaknesses we had was we could have worked more on performing guardrails on the AI models, and we needed more exposure to building with various packages as well as pushing to GitHub. Our opportunities were that how demand shifted towards the need for putting guardrails around the LLMs to make sure content is relevant and education friendly and not just giving the answers without any education or doing everything for you. And for the threats, there was the number of online chatbots in the market are increasing, and with it being easier than ever to make one, the need for us to specialize our chatbot to be something to schools and just are willing to implement was needed. Otherwise, our project would inevitably fail due to too much competition.
Yeah.
Hello.
So yeah, you can go ahead and take it.
Yeah, I had microphone issues earlier, so I managed to fix that. Anyways, the next steps will be to fix any underlying issues with the code, make it smoother, have it work better, just in general. And then after that, we'd have students like from schools across the world, be able to better access learning tools, spreading the word, telling everybody really. And then we'd also collect feedback from these students, data, and also we'd try to suggest like new things we could add, like other tools. Um, we'd also try and talk to like universities and schools and maybe even corporations about having this implemented for like their people, students, so that they could better access these and then they could hopefully learn better.
And yeah, so that's the end of our presentation. If you guys have any questions, I can maybe try doing a live demo. I think I have it running right now. We can, yeah. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, let's see a demo.
All right. Let me just open it up real quick. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So as of right now, we have hard-coded a login and password. Later on, we can always go ahead and create a simple database or implement a database where users can, where there can be multiple usernames and passwords. We can even go ahead and implement sign in with Google and sign in with other services. We were actually looking into implementing Clerk authentication. It's a framework which allows you to use Microsoft, Google, Apple, and all these other services to log into your applications. However, due to the time constraint we had, we were unable to go on with Clerk authentication, but we still were able to create some sort of authentication to show what what it will look like and what the reasoning is for having it. So I will go ahead and implement. We'll just put in a simple username and password. Now we can see that the text boxes are all available for us to use. Before they weren't. Does anyone have like a prompt to put for image generation?
A group of T-Rex learning about AI on a frozen lake.
All right, we'll just give it a minute to generate that. In the meantime, you guys can give us some text generation and text-to-speech generation prompts as well. And there we go. And you want to have for text generation?
Generated an analytical essay on Catcher in the Rye. That may or may not be my homework.
So can you say the last part again?
Generate an analytical essay on Catcher in the Rye.
Sorry, I didn't hear the catch.
Catcher. Yeah, in the RYE.
Got it.
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah. There we go. Yeah, so it continues on, but that's our message box as of right now is only limited to that much space. As we can see, I think it generated more than the blue box area. So if
If
you
I
were to
could jump
highlight
in
it,
real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
So what it's doing is basically it's a CSS issue where it gives it a defined width and height, but it makes the background, the text color white, but it only makes a background color for that specific like width and height blue. So that way you can only see that part of the text. And a simple way to fix that would just to make the like the width and the height fit text. So we have yet to implement that, but it's just a simple fix to make it so that way all the text is contained in one box.
Yeah, but we can see obviously that the whole text is generated. It's not cutting off text. We have the whole input over here with a scroll feature. And I'll post the same prompt for text to speech. We'll hear something.
Generate an analytical essay on Catcher in the Rye.
There we go.
Nice.
And obviously we can log out and we'll still see our outputs, but we cannot input anything. So you'll have to log in again. And if we had like a wrong password, we'll get an error, pop-out error saying that we have invalid credentials and try again. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. All right, round of applause.
Guys, this thing is not easy, let's just face it, right? Like we had a problems in the beginning, but you guys persevere through and get a product out, and learn as much as you possibly can through this process. So I think that's something we should reflect and think about, right? And also let's give a round of applause for Assad, for his for his like leading through us, right? So thank you very much for that. Yeah,
Yeah, no problem. I'm really grateful to be here again. Yeah.